traveling on a long road with the devil right beside me, rising with the morning sun. It's a hunger that drives me. Oh Lord, set my soul, take my pain and turn it into gold. 'Cause all I know, all I know, all I know is champion. I can take a beating, I'll rise again, running through the jungle until the end. I can live forever, I'll rise again, keep rising up. I'm champion. I can take a beating, I'll rise again, running through the jungle until the end. I can live forever, I'll rise again, keep rising up. Every time I knock down, it's the struggle that reminds me. So heaven don't feel me now. Put the wings upon my feet. Oh Lord, set my soul, take my pain and turn it into gold. 'Cause all I know, all I know.
Good afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome to Day 3 coverage of the 2025 Maritime Junior C Championships. Streaming provided by AO Live, a production of MC Media. My name's David Doucette. On behalf of the complete MC Media team, we'd like to thank you for joining us. The championships being held at the Sandy Wickens Memorial Arena, located in the lobster capital of Canada, Barrington Passage, Nova Scotia. This matchup, a very important matchup between the Sherwood Metros and the Tri-County River Cats. The Sherwood Metros, the team from PEI, and the Tri-County River Cats play out of Fredericton Junction, the team from New Brunswick. And it's an important game because whoever wins this game, be it in regulation, overtime, or shootout, will move on in tomorrow's gold medal match against the East Hants Penguins, who are waiting to play that game. East Hants plays later today against the host Southwest Storm, in a game that is meaningless in terms of going to the gold medal, but not meaningless because both of those teams play in the same division here in Nova Scotia, and bragging rights during the Maritime Championship will be on the line. For the Sherwood Metros, they're going to be in black, and in the first period, they're going to be going from left to right on your camera. The River Cats are in white, going from right to left. Our starting goaltenders for the Metros will be number 29, Shannon McDonald, and for the River Cats, it'll be number 33, Mason Vino. Goal scorers to look out for him. Instead of going through regular season, I'm going to quickly talk about who scored goals in the tournament so far. For the Metros, Jack Roberts has a pair, Cole Greenan with one, Jacob Warren with one, Tyler Worth with one, and Daniel Kennedy with one. Over on the River Cats side, certainly we're going to have to look for Nathaniel Dayton. 3 goals so far in the tournament. Jack Price with one, Carter Melanson with one, Charlie Anderson with one, Aiden McBurney with one, and Justin Rusk with one. I'm going to throw this over to the public address announcers. We're about to have O Canada, and I'll be back for the start of the game. As the players get their gear back on, we're about to get under the way. Referees making their way to both benches and linesmen. Talking about the game. What we have seen so far in the tournament is that the River Cats are a quicker team. The Metros, although they do have some speed as well, they have a little more size, and with that size, they like to use it, especially early in each period. We're going to see how that affects the River Cats. It certainly did throw the Storm off of their game. It should be a very interesting game. It should be a very close game. I expect this to be close based on the scores that we've had so far. Going forward in this game, the River Cats lost to the Penguins 6-3, but then defeated the Storm 5-2. The Metros defeated the Storm 5-2, but lost to the Penguins 6-1. River Cats have the puck back in their own end. Quickly getting the puck up through the middle to McBurney. McBurney can't get it in. Chip right back in by Roberts. Gilbert behind his own net, trying to flip the pass over to Kelly, but it's picked off. Pass in front goes off of a skate. Both teams chase for it at the point. Kicked up into the mesh, and it's in that precarious position just outside of the glass, but inside of the mesh. And there's a great little piece of camera work from my buddy Quinn, situated right beside me. Face off to the left of goaltender Mason Vino. One back by the River Cats, picking that up is Rusk. Rusk up the near side to Reynolds. He can't control it, comes back the other way. Dryden, back to Rusk. Rusk goes high off the glass, can't get it by Jennings Hughes, but he has his pocket picked at the line. Good work by the Metros to get it back. That's Warren bringing it in briefly. Robichaud goes high off the boards, gets it out to center. Hayes with it. Hayes has the 3-on-2, looking to the middle, passes along, steered aside, shot, goal! A quick goal by the River Cats as the puck was steered away nicely by the defense, but picked up by Braden Snowden of the River Cats for the first goal of the game. Face off, back at center, River Cats get it again. Couldn't ask for a better start. Opening minute of the game, River Cats getting that first hit, or that first goal, I mean. Coming back the other way, we have Fitzpatrick, his quick shot, easy glove save by Vino, and he'll hang on to it for a whistle with 18:44 to go. Face off on the near side. There's a little bit of goalie equipment issue that we had to clean up. Linesman didn't see it. Face off, one back again. River Cats get it up the boards. Chip forward. Collins can't keep it in, dumps it back in. Coming right back is Melanson. Cross ice pass. They're going to be picked up on the near side by Paul. He'll dump it in deep. Puck in front. The Metros get it, and they're going to rip it down the ice. That ricochets off one board. And two boards for an icing with 8:19 to go. Face-off is going to be the left of McDonald. One back cleanly by the Metros into the corner. Good forecheck, though. Both teams fighting for the puck, and the River Cats are going to come up with it. Big backhand way upstairs into the mesh, and we have another whistle with 18:09. Face off on the near side now. Metros pick it up. They'll get it out of their own end. That's McAdam with it. Carries good speed down center ice. Makes a move to the outside. Tries to chase it down. Black's in the corner with him. Picking it up instead is going to be Allaby. Allaby around the corner. River Cat player loses their edge, but Hayes able to clear the zone. Oliver on the far side. He's going to come up near to McPhail. He'll chip it forward. Allaby throws it right back. McAdam dumps it in deep, and Vino's going to play the puck behind the net to his defenseman. They ring it around to Reynolds. Reynolds chips it up, and it goes off of a glove on the River Cats bench, and that's going to bring the face-off back in the River Cats' end. 17:27 to go in the early moments of period one. Face-off won by the River Cats. Back behind the net, ripping it around, looking for Kelly. Puck chipped up, held in nicely there by Kennedy. Back to Kelly. Kelly again. This one's held down nicely by McAdam. Gets the puck back in. Cross-ice pass, just out of reach. Justin Rusk with it, goes up the boards. Stretch pass, picked off by Oliver. Oliver can't get it back in. He's going to be backed up by McAdam. McAdam gets around the official, tries to get it over to Kennedy. It's going to ring around to the point to Gilbert. He'll slide it in deep. Oliver behind his own net, keeps the puck rolling around to Roberts. Roberts comes out. That pass goes off of a skate. He grabs it again, gains the line, back pass. Yo kind of loses it at the line, but he gets backed up at his own blue line by Jennings Hughes. Lead pass picked off nicely through the neutral zone by Holohan, but then he is leveled by Cameron Jennings Hughes. Another collision right in front of the bench as players were changing. Bouncing puck to the line, held in by the Metros. In deep, looking for Roberts. Pinching in from the points, Jennings Hughes fires it towards the net. It hits the side of the net. Another pass. They were looking for Worth, and it was just behind him. Chip forward. Once again, Jennings Hughes finds it, dumps it in deep. No icing. Chris Paul behind his own net will reset for the River Cats. Metro's making changes. Ripping it around. Good forecheck. Quick shot. That one sails wide. Warren tries to feather a pass through the middle. It can't make it through. Chris Paul with it again. Carries some good speed through the neutral zone. Dumps it in. Back behind the net. The Metros get there first. Both teams fighting for it. Looks like the River Cats have an advantage right now with McPhail. Off of a glove, bouncing forward. They don't want to play it until somebody else does. They don't. And it is a hand pass face-off coming outside the blue line. Face-off, one back by the River Cats. That's Paul going cross ice to Gilbert. Throws it in. That shot goes towards the net, but it's picked off nicely by the Metros. Coming out of their own end, lead pass off of the stick of Warren. He's going to try to chase it down after Paul in the corner. Warren gets there first and slides it to Wolf. Back in the corner, Warren. Both teams trying to dig it out. Metro's still coming away with it. Pass in front, slap side. There's a shot. Nice save by Vino. Great pass over to Wolf. And Wolf got a nice shot away, but Vino laterally gets over there, coming right back out, trying to slap it in the short side. From the point, another shot, another save. Back-to-back saves by the River Cats goaltender, Mason Vino. Coming in, pass across the front, just under the reach of Arneson. Arneson dumps it to the front of the net. It's going to be an indirect pass to the middle of the ice. River Cats pick it up again. Arneson fights through a check, gets in, but they're offside, so the River Cats need to tag up. They do. That pass a little errant, picked off nicely by Fitzpatrick. Goaltender Vino picks it off, plays it behind his own net. Coming out is Pino. Pino avoids one forecheck, stops, reverses, and gets it up the near side to Robichaud. River Cats get it out. Metros bring it right back in. Good work by McAdam at the line as he tries to chase the puck down. McMullen in the corner gives it up to his D. High up off the glass. That one is not going to get out. Great work right along the glass by Fitzpatrick. He passes in front. Nobody there. Jennings Hughes shot, glove save into the corner, pass in front, another opportunity. Second opportunity, can't get it through. Behind the net it goes, and the River Cats pick up the puck. They'll clear the zone to center. Metros, nice move at the red line by Oliver. Tries to slide it over, it rolls off of his stick. He'll chase it back into his own end. Up to McAdam. McAdam slides a pass on the near side to McPhail. McPhail winds up. There's the big shot, hard off the glass. Stevenson fires it back, looking for McPhail behind the net. River Cats come away with it. Backhand clearing attempt just down the line. It's going to be right on net, I think. No icing. Covering it up is McDonald. He'll take the faceoff with 12:45 to go. Here's the no frills replay. You're going to see a bunch of shots come up. Some get through, some don't. Right there, that one just goes wide. Vino all over the place. There's another save. He probably would have liked to have hung on to that one right in front. And there the shot couldn't get away. And then finally a good pad save and another pad save. Back to live action. The Metros win the faceoff. They're going to chip it into the neutral zone. A double team hit on Gilbert. Rusk fires it in. That's probably going to be an icing, and it is. .12:30 to go in period number one. Shots on net 5-4 in favor of the Metros, thanks mostly to that last replay that we just saw. 3 of their 5 shots happened during that scramble. Face off on the near side. One back to the goaltender by the River Cats. Over to Rusk. Rusk high off the glass. Once again bringing that down as Jennings Hughes tries to push it forward. This one goes off the glass, and you know, if we got one puck on the mesh, we might as well get 2. Get one more there, and I think we have a bingo. Face off to the left of goaltender Mason Vino. River Cats win it back. Black holding on to the puck. Reverses to get away from the forecheck. They'll get it out. Stretch pass up to Dryden. Dryden with a rocket of a shot. If he has some room, goes to the far side, near side. Drops it off to Arneson, who drops it off to Allaby. Allaby throws it behind the net. Pass in front. Nobody there but Metros clogging up the front of the net, taking away all the danger. Back along the far side is Wolf, Balin Wolf. Loses the puck. River Cats get it. Back behind the net. That's Snowden with it. He takes a shot. Goes back to the point. Dryden, cross ice pass. His defensive partner left. Breaking back in is Daniel Kennedy. He keeps it in, looking for Yao behind the net. Yao has it. Trying to fight off the check. Goes around, still has it, pass in front, nobody there. Metros keep it in, good work at the point with the stick. Yao back in the corner as a man in front, just out of the reach of Tyler Worth. Breaking back the other way is Dryden, but he's stick checked. Big hard check along the boards there by Jack Roberts of the Metros. That pass is going to be picked off at the blue line by Dryden. Dryden uses the boards, takes the hit, and peels away for a change with 10:47 to go in the period. Metros lead pass through the middle off of the stick of Warren. Picked up by Pinot. Pinot chips it forward to Hayes. Hayes lead pass up to Melanson. Melanson chips it forward. Metros find it and get it right back out. They'll try to get back. Nice check along the boards there by Carter Melanson. Coming back the other way. Both teams banging away at the puck. It finally rests with the Metros. They're only getting into the center, and the River Cats fire it right back in. Metros out of their own end, high off the glass. They're offside. They tag up, stretch pass, tipped in by Melanson. Back to Paul. Paul fires it in. Metros will go in on the forecheck. Getting there first is Gavin Oliver. Oliver makes a nice move to go away from one, but can't get away from the second person. Great forechecking work by the River Cats. A lot of bodies banging along the boards trying to get this puck free. Finally coming away with it is Hayes. Pass in front, that's picked off. Coming back is Doyle. Doyle gains the red line and then peels away for a change. Chris Paul reverses, going to lose it to Jennings Hughes. He gets it behind the net. Double teamed against the boards. Good work by the River Cats, but still the Metro's coming away with it. Breaking out with it is number 11, Snowden. He's pulled down. No penalty. Back to the point. Rusk uses the boards to get it in deep. Looking for McMullen. He can't get there in time. Fitzpatrick comes back in to gather it in for the Metros. Behind the net to Cody. Alex Cody with it. Has some room to skate it up. Looking cross ice. Right onto the stick of Robichaud. Not much there for a space to pass it in. Good read there by Cody. Cody comes in. Quick wrist shot. Glove save Vino, and he'll hang on to it. Good stretch of uninterrupted play. 8:40 to go in the opening period. Here's the NSR JHL replay. And we're seeing just the end of him being pulled down. Didn't look like there was a lot of contact there. Probably a good call by the official. Live, it looked like somebody got a stick under there. When you see the replay, maybe he just caught an edge. Maybe he was just trying to draw something. Face off on the near side. River Cats gain control. Black spins around, goes high off the boards. It hits the stanchion. It doesn't get out. Here's a slap shot through a crowd. Pad save Vino. Up to the middle, cleared to the neutral zone. That's Collins dumping it right back in. Off of Vino's blocker. That's going to make for a great exit pass. River Cats come away with it. Little slow trying to make that pass. He would have had the player offside. Coming back in. There's a shot. Just sails wide, and that was by Ben Kelly. Kelly passes in front, steered to the point. Gilbert with it. Shot. Blocker save. Rebound. Knocked down with a high stick, and there's the whistle. Nice save by McDonald getting the blocker up there. Face off comes outside the blue line. Metros lose the face off as the River Cats get some forechecking pressure into the corner. Metros pick it up along the boards, get it to the line, but not out. Held in nicely by Allaby. That one's going to be kicked forward. Lead pass off of a stick. It's going to get right to the goaltender. Goaltender motions to Allaby. Hold up. It's okay. I've got this. Covers it up. Lots of time before the Metros get to the puck. Metros, the full name of the Sherwood Metros, are part of the Township Junior Hockey League in PEI, and they certainly play out of the Sherwood Arena. Tri-County River Cats play out of the Fredericton Junction Arena. There's a shot for the point. That sails by, trying to bang it through the corner. Vino bouncing back and forth, covers both ends of the post. River Cats get it out. Nice lead pass up to Arneson. Arneson makes a move, can't get the backhand off. Still with the puck though. Makes a circle. Slides it over to Pino. Pino's shot just goes wide. Up along the boards. That's going to be jammed forward. Pino back there with it. He's got room and he'll rip it around the boards while most of his team makes changes. McAdam for the Metros pokes the puck forward. Both teams are going to skate for it, and they both hold up, avoiding the mutual collision. To Merchant. Back behind the net, kicks it forward. Trying to get the puck back to the point, but it's going to be picked off nicely by Warren. He loses it just past the blue line. Ripped around to the far side, held in there nicely by Hayes. Hayes gets it down deep to Melanson. Melanson. Back to the point to Paul. Paul goes cross ice, and that pass just a little too heavy. Comes out of the line. They tag up. The Metros have some time to get out of their own end. they'll flip a pass that's going to bounce over a couple sticks and land on Doyle's stick. Cuts to the middle, looking for a shot. Can't get the shot away. Well defended by Black. He gets the puck up to DeMerchant. DeMerchant comes to his left, comes in. There's a shot off of the skate of Jennings Hughes. That one might have stung. Held in by the River Cats. They're trying to slide it towards the front of the net. They can't. Cameron Doyle picks it up for the Metros. Slowly comes in. Looking for help. Finally does have a trailer, and that's Jennings Hughes, and that's Jordan Jennings Hughes. Gets it down low. Breaking right back out to the Metros. Lead pass up to DeMerchant. DeMerchant avoids one check. Bangs into his own player and then picks up the puck again. Comes in. Can't get by the defender. Greenan with it. Over to Cody. Cody tries to get by the defense. That's not going to work. Backing him up, though, is number 26, Austin Black. Black slides the pass in front. Metros get it to the point, but not out. Gilbert back there holding it in. He just fires it down the wall. Cross-ice pass just a little too far in front, and Greenan tries to get it out. Arneson, Cam Arneson with the puck now. On the near side to Reynolds, and Reynolds backhands it in. Cody behind the net for the Metros with a quick pass up to Greenan. Greenan chips it high, but it goes off of a leg into the corner. Cody goes back to help. Hard off the boards, held in nicely by Robichaud. Robichaud saw it to the front of the net. Backhand just goes wide. Reynolds tries to get a second shot off to the point and just out. Robichaud fires it right back, but Jennings Hughes gathers it in for the Metros. Kyle McPhail. McPhail throws it in deep, trying to get it down there for Russ Germain. Good forecheck in there by Russ Germain to get it behind the net. All three forwards, though, behind the net. No one in front to pass to. Up along the boards. That's not going to be held in. No icing. It was tipped at the line. Lyle Collins rips it around the boards to Russ Germain, who backhands it in. Nick Robichaud floats a pass up the center, and that's going to go back on a Metro stick. They reverse it immediately to Stevenson. Stevenson over to McPhail. McPhail's pass in front. That goes off of a stick. Held in at the line. There's a shot. That one sails wide. Stevenson can't gather that, and they'll have to reset back at their own blue line with Collins going cross ice to Russ Germain. He gets the return pass. Chipping it forward. Keegan Russ Germain gets it in deep. Vino's going to play it back to Rusk. Rusk gets it up to Robichaud. Robichaud goes high up off the glass. Good pinch in there along the boards. Good forechecking by the Metros. Trying to gain some ozone time. Keeping it down low, though. Not really getting those opportunities to shoot. Back behind the net. McPhail going after a pass in front off the end of a stick. There's a shot off of a leg, and that was Jack Roberts finding that puck in the high slot, but couldn't get the puck through the legs. Back in comes McPhail. Back pass over to Roberts. Roberts floats a pass in through the middle, and it's picked off nicely by Black. 2:37 to go in the period. Metros breaking out of their own end. Gain the red line, fired in deep. Going back for it is Dryden. Dryden and Allaby squirt the puck up to Holohan. Holohan 1-on-2 comes in, cuts to the middle, slides a pass over off of a stick, gets it over. There's a shot by Earl just wide. Back along the point. River Cats get it in deep. Picked up by McAdam. McAdam rips it around the back of the net. It's going to be held in by the River Cats as both teams fighting for it along the wall, and the Metros finally kick it out to Allaby at center, who immediately fires it right back in. Thomas McAdam behind his own net, taking a look. Soft pass up the middle, up the side, looking for Worth, and Worth chips it out. Good skating by Worth to get back in the play. He's being hounded from behind by Arneson, and finally taken off the puck. Allaby behind the net, up to Black. Black goes cross ice, pass a little bit behind Arneson, but fired in by the River Cats. They're going to make some changes. Oliver behind his own net, 1:23 to go in the open period. He makes a nice move to get away from the first forechecker. Floats one up high, and it's going to be knocked down by Pinot. Pinot dumps it right back in. Getting in there first is going to be DeMerchant, but he can't get his stick on it on time. Gilbert similarly dumps it in while both teams make some changes. Pass up the middle, off of a stick. Metros have it. Chip forward. Great check along the boards by Brody Hayes, stopping Cole Greenan in his tracks and not allowing him to dump the puck in. Pino hard off the boards into the neutral zone. Metros get it. Spinning around is Greenan to the middle. Nice pass over to Jennings Hughes. Jennings Hughes loses it back to Greenan, but coming back the other way with some good head of speed is DeMerchant. DeMerchant gains the blue line just onside. It looked like it was close for Hayes being offside on the near side. Hayes gets the pass. Can't get there in time as it's picked off by Fitzpatrick. Getting the puck back in now is Jennings Hughes over to Fitzpatrick. This time it's going to be Gilbert that gets there first and gets the pass up to DeMerchant. DeMerchant waiting for help. Slides it over to Dryden. Dryden has a cannon, comes in, takes a shot. Nice pad save by McDonald as he slides over there and extends that left pad, making a save. And there's the horn. Would have been a great second goal at the very end of period number 1 for a 2-goal lead for the River Cats. But Shannon McDonald was up to the task, making an outstanding save against Nathaniel Dryden, a multiple goal scorer. The one goal in the game was scored by the River Cats, number 11, Braden Snowden. So our score after one complete, the Tri-County River Cats won the Sherwood Metros, no score. On behalf of myself, Dave Doucette, and all of us here at MC Media, we'd like to thank you for joining the AOL live streaming of the 2025 Maritime Junior C Championships. I'm going to take a break while the Zamboni cleans the ice, and I'll be back to the start for the start of period number 2. Talk to you then.
Captain Cat's Eatery and Takeout. Barrington Place Jewelers. Causeway Interiors, your complete home decorating store. Zimbalo Fisheries Limited. Ellie and Diana Fisheries Limited. Finest Kind Carpentry. Hutch Carpentry. Jack Lobster. JDB Fisheries. Knowles Enterprises. Little Hobo Fisheries. Logan's Legacy Fisheries. Long Point Lobster and Seafood Limited. Mark's RV and Auto Repair. Mermaid Fisheries. New Gore Lobster. No Frills. Nova Scotia Regional Junior Hockey League. Parents Pride Fisheries. Pleasant Timber Mart. Rhinos Towing. S. McPhee Trucking Limited. Sea Star Seafoods. Service One Automotive. Smith & Watt. The Loft Spa. And the Wilson Group.
Nestled on the southern tip of Nova Scotia, discover white sand beaches and endless coastline. Come taste the freshness of the lobster capital of Canada and enjoy welcoming East Coast hospitality, extraordinary experiences, and open spaces. Plan your getaway and go the extra mile. Head east this year and visit Barrington, Nova Scotia. We'll see you there.
stand with the goal, with the one goal that's found the net, the one goal that's been produced in period number 1. And we'll see whether or not the floodgates open up, as they have in so many other games so far earlier in this tournament. This is day 3, game 1. We've the 5th total game of the tournament. There's only one more round-robin game after that. And tomorrow we've got the gold medal match. Face off, back to Allaby. Allaby goes cross ice. Up on the near side, that's going to be picked off, but Roberts is going to have to wait for his teammates to get back on side. Kennedy going in hard, trying to lodge that puck free. Metros do come away with it. Lose it along the wall, though, up in the middle to Snowden. Snowden kicks it forward, does keep it on side. Both teams looking for it, chipped up towards the line and out. Skating hard for us, Jack Roberts can't get it around the defenseman Allaby, who makes a nice play to steer the puck along the wall. Good check along the boards, both teams fighting for it. Pass in front, quick shot. Nice save by Vino. And I believe it was number 7, Jack Roberts, who found that puck and did not wait. Up along the far side, through the middle to Arneson. Arneson passes it to Snowden. Snowden on the near side takes a shot off of a leg in the corner. Coming back the other way, the Metros carrying some speed down the near side's Tyler Worth. He throws it in, gets the puck behind the net, tries to get a quick pass in front to Roberts. Second attempt, puck goes all the way down the ice, no icing. Alex Cody will gather the puck for the Metros behind his own net, allowing both teams to make changes. Worth being checked from behind by Ben Kelly, but he gets it in deep. Pino in the corner, slides it over to Gilbert. Passing up forward, good work along the wall, though, by the Metros, keeping that in. Jacob Warren with it. He'll just try to swing it in deep. That's going to allow Gilbert to get it on the near side. Gilbert ducks away from a solid check attempt. Metros can't hold the line as Doyle goes cross ice, and Wolf fires it in deep. Dylan Pino reverses the puck. Cross ice pass right on the stick of McBurney. McBurney takes a shot, rebound, just sails over. Good initial shot, and Hayes there with a backhand, but he couldn't quite hit the open cage. Justin Rusk up to McBurney. He can't handle the pass. Instead, it's chipped forward by DeMerchant. Right back into the Metro zone. Metros lead pass just under the skates of number 12, Jordan Jennings-Hughes. That's going to be an icing with 17:25 to go. Here's our Parents' Pride Fisheries replay. You're going to see that initial shot, big save, and there's a swing and a miss trying to get the backhander in. It would have been a terrific hand-eye coordination to actually get that puck and get it solidly exactly where you wanted to get it. Pass from front, there's a quick shot, score! Number 14, Adam Holohan with a quick goal right off the face-off, snapping the shot high to the glove side with 17:21 to go in the second period. Here's the Pleasant Timber Mart replay. You're going to see it come right back to him. He's got some time. Fights off the one check and just gets it over top of the glove of goaltender Shannon McDonald. Metros with the face-off, losing control. McDonald's going to play that off the boards, but the Metros, or the River Cats, rim it around and get it. Can't connect at the blue line, though. Dylan Pino with it. Pino sidesteps a check while getting the puck up to DeMerchant, who goes cross ice to Paul. Thrown in by Melanson. Ripped around the boards by the Metros, picked up by McPhail, who tips it forward. Stevenson, cross ice pass is going to get picked up by Rush Germain, gets the shot off. Well defended, though, by Pino, getting a stick in there to break the play up. Both teams fighting for it at the blue line. Metros come away with it. They're going to come on the near side. Oliver gets it in deep, cuts to the middle, quick shot, pad save, rebound. Steered aside nicely by the Tri-County River Cats. Breaking out on a 2-on-1. In comes DeMerchant. DeMerchant with a quick shot. Glove save. McDonald playing the shot all the way. Defenseman takes the pass. Goaltender takes the shooter just the way you draw it up. Face off will be on the near side. One into the boards, picking that up is McMullen, gets it behind the net, pass in front, goes off of a stick. Metros break away with it. That's Kennedy with the pass over to Roberts. Roberts trying to gain the corner, couldn't do it. There's a quick shot, rebound in front, and the River Cats steer that aside into safety. Logan Reynolds gains the blue line for the River Cats. Tries to slide a pass over to McMullen just out of reach, and the Metros are going to break back the other way. Cameron Jennings-Hughes with it, has a trailer, quick shot off of a stick into the mesh for a whistle with 15:37 to go in our second period. Here's our Rhinos towing replay. You're going to see him come in, but a great active stick in there by the defenseman, number 27, Brody Hayes, deflecting that puck high up into the mesh for a whistle. Back behind the net, River Cats have it. Ripping it around the boards, looking for Dryden. He comes back to get it. Throws it forward to Snowden. Snowden back to Dryden. Dryden with a nice move, comes in, shoot. Big save, McDonald, getting the pads down, taking away the lower part of the net. Alex Cody gets the puck up through center. River Cats regain at their own blue line, but then lose it at the red line. They'll try again. Jack Allaby gains the blue line. There's a quick shot. Pad save, steered into the corner. Snowden throws it in deep, looking for Arneson. Arneson spins around, has some room. There's a shot. Off of a leg into the corner. Snowden again. Spins away from trouble. Gets the pass back up. It takes a funny bounce off the boards and clears the zone. Rusk, indirect pass, just off the stick of Arneson. The Metros bang it back down the ice. That's going to be an icing. Metros will not be allowed to make a change. Referee holds up number 13, Cole Greenan, saying, nope, you've got to stay there for the icing. 14:31 to go in the second period. Shots on net, 12-11 in favor of the Metros. Still looking for that opening goal. Face off, one right back to the point to Robichaud. Robichaud shoots through a crowd, but seeing it all the way is Shannon McDonald, and he'll hang on to it for another face-off. Face-off will be to McDonald's right. Back to the point, held in. Walking the line, trying to slip one over to the far boards. Quick shot's going to get back. Metro's looking to pick it up. They're going to lose control. Quick shot off of a leg. Still fighting for it. It's Ben Kelly. He goes behind the net, but the Metros are going to get it along the wall. No, good work there by McBurney getting the stick on it. Back to the Metros. Ooh, quick tip in front. Just out of the reach. Greenan with it. Greenan goes to the far side, stops, tries to back it up to Jennings-Hughes, getting it in deep to Fitzpatrick. Good work back there by Nick Robichaud for the River Cats, but the Metros get it back to the point. Shot through a crowd, pad save, Vino. Big hit at the point, creating a reaction from the Metros bench. They've been doing that all tournament. Whenever one of them makes a hit, the rest of the bench applauds. Here's an S. McPhee Trucking Limited replay. Shot from the point, good pad save over to the corner. And wasn't really much of a check, more of a people getting tangled up, but whatever. It created a reaction from the Sherwood Metros. Slap shot from the point, off of a leg, off two. It doesn't ricochet in. Coming back the other way, Wolf with a shot. That one sails wide. Holding it in at the far side, though, and ducking away from a check is Lyle Collins. Metros Some good work keeping the puck in, trying to dig it out of the corner. Momentarily getting it, going to be chipped and held in at the line. No, unable to just hold it in is Balin Wolf. Coming back the other way is McBurney. McBurney cuts to the middle, shot just wide, rebound. Right up to the point, breaking back in is Black. He holds up, goes cross ice. Paul with a shot, pad save, rebound. Black looking for it, spins away from the forecheck, stops and waits, slides it back over to Black. There's another shot off of a leg. Metros find it. Got some time. Up through the middle. River Cats still have, nope, they do clear the zone. Indirect pass coming the other way to the Metros, and Keegan Rush Germain throws it in deep. River Cats lose control in the front and back of their own net. Almost became a terrific scoring opportunity, but some great defensive work kept that away. Holohan with the pass over, trying to find Melanson. Back to the point. Melanson gets it down deep to DeMerchant. DeMerchant into the corner, spins away from a track, pokes it back to the point. That shot's going to go off of a stick and come to the near side and just out. Fired in by Austin Black. 11:55 to go in the period. Linesman says that Austin Black could have played that if he really wanted to, so there's no icing. Back behind the net, Yao with it. His pass just out of reach, and that'll clear the zone. Backing up in his own end, Gavin Oliver. Oliver chips it high off the boards, gets it down, but it's going to be intercepted by DeMerchant. DeMerchant gives it up to Gilbert. Gilbert up the load to Holohan. He can't get it. McMullen gets the puck in, takes the hit along the boards. Up to the point, River Cats again keep the puck in. Jennings Hughes tries to slide it behind the net. Doesn't get much on it. He'll try again from the other side. Back to the point to Gilbert. Gilbert shot through a crowd. Pad save. Jennings Hughes going to get right back to Gilbert. Gilbert quickly scans the other side before dumping it in deep looking for Reynolds. Oliver on the other side. Gets the puck up the boards, but it's going to come cross ice. Jack Roberts tips it in. Ryan Gilbert behind his own net gets the puck out. Going to get over to McBurney. McBurney with the lead pass to Reynolds. Reynolds loses it. Well defended in there by Jennings Hughes. Back up in neutral zone. Cross ice pass over on the stick of Reynolds. Reynolds gains the blue line, comes in, stops, looks. Quick shot. Easy save by McDonald. Back to the point to Dryden. Dryden fires it towards the net, looking for a tip attempt by Reynolds, but he just misses it. Reynolds reverses it to McBurney. McBurney steadies himself for the check, gets it back to Reynolds. Reynolds can't get the pass off, and the Metros are going to get the puck out, but only to the red line. Carrying some speed down is Dryden. Dryden can move. He's coming in all by himself. Gets a little too far, right to the goaltender, who covers it up as Dryden slams into the boards. Just pushed that puck a hair too far in front. He could have had a great opportunity, and here's the Sea Star Seafoods replay. You see the great move, but he couldn't quite capture the puck, and then while reaching for it, actually did a good job to avoid the goaltender. Face off, one back to the point. A lot of ozone presence in this period by the River Cats. They'll slide the pass over to Allaby. Allaby goes cross ice, it's picked off. Breaking out the other way is Doyle. Doyle to Warren. Warren back to Doyle. Doyle's got some room. Comes in. Shot, save, rebound. Goes just wide. River Cats come back to get the puck. Not avoiding that check was number 28, Dryden. Metros still keeping it in. Nice move. Sliding a pass across. Dryden gets it and sends it over to Snowden. Snowden fights under a check. Snowden's got Arneson with him, passes it over off of a skate. Well defended by the Metros. And then a little bit of bad luck by the River Cats allows Cody to make it out. He gains the blue line, looks in front, takes a shot into the belly of Mason Vino, who covered up for a whistle with a shade under 9 minutes to go in the period. Here's the Service One automotive replay. You're going to see the pass across right off of the skate of the defender. And that was number 2, Alex Cody, getting that skate in the way. Greenan thrown out, not because of anything he did. Taking his place, Easton Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick against Earl. Check that. Hayes to the point. Shot towards the net, well wide. Back on the other side, Bolter Jenkins comes up through the middle. Gets back to Kelly. Kelly back to his D. They're just going to clear the zone. Metros have it. Sliding the pass on the near side. It goes off of Fitzpatrick's skate, but to Jennings Hughes. He slides it over to Greenan. Greenan shot, another save by Vino. Face off will be to the right of Mason Vino. Greenan gets the face-off back. He's going to get it in the corner, passes it in front, getting the paddle down as Vino, and he'll cover it up again for another quick face-off. Some changes being made. We're all set. Trying to push it forward is Greenan and go after it, but he was held up at the face-off circle. Breaking right back out. That pass just a little behind him, but DeMerchant brings the puck in. Crosses it over just out of the reach of Melanson. Melanson gets it down deep. Good work by the Metros to pry the puck free, but it gets right back to DeMerchant. DeMerchant has some help from Holohan. Back to the point to Pino. Pino fires it into a corner, and covering that up at the side of the net is McDonald. His turn to let his team make a change. You don't want to get stuck on the ice too long in the second period. Long changes. 7:50 to go in the game. Sherwood Metros out shooting the Tri-County River Cats 17-15, but the River Cats are up 2-0 on the scoreboard. Face off, won by the River Cats, back to the point. There's a shot, redirected out of the way by Jennings Hughes. Right back in by the River Cats, though. Great forechecking work. They double up in the corner. One goes for the check, the other goes for the puck. And they've had a lot of opportunity and a lot of O-zone play using that system. That's going to be an icing. Metros cannot make a change. A couple players get tangled up. A little bit of discussion as they go up the ice. This is when you're glad you don't have a mic on the ice, because I don't believe we're on a 7-second delay. Face off, back on the near side. Back to the point, held in nicely by Allaby. He'll roll it in right around. Snowden at the far side, stops it at the wall. Metros clear the zone. Nate Dryden with it. Dryden slides it on the near side to Allaby. Allaby fires it in deep. He's looking for Snowden on the far side. Goes back to the point, fired in once again. Metros pick it up behind their own end. That's Oliver with it. Oliver to McPhail, just out of reach, but gaining it is Rush Germain. Takes a shot. It's a blocker save, but it was going about a foot wide. Into the corner. Metros pick it up. Quick shot. Another save by Vino. .650 to go in our second period. Face-off is going to be in the River Cats zone on the far side. They're going to win the face-off right back. Pino with it. Slides it over to Gilbert. Gilbert up the wall to Reynolds, but he can't control it. Fired right back in by the Metros. Dylan Pino resets behind his own net, gets it back to Gilbert. Gilbert goes cross ice this time. Picking it up in the neutral zone is DeMerchant. DeMerchant carries some speed down the near side. Looks to feather it in front. Shot, save, rebound. Both teams pushing, and then cooler heads prevail and they peel away. That doesn't stop a second person, and that second person is probably going to get the penalty. I don't believe they're going to. Nope, they're not calling it. Thought for sure I saw the official want to give that third person in the unnecessary roughness or roughing penalty. Referees letting them play until they don't. Face off to the left of McDonald. One cleanly back, but not going to be held in by the River Cats. Good work in there by Jack Roberts. Comes on the weak side, shoots just wide. Sharp angle shot. Would have been tough to find the net at that point. They get it again. There's a shot, easily handled. River Cats up along the boards to Hayes. Hayes keeps it in. He's got some numbers coming in. Passes over. Goal! Hayes to Kelly. A beautiful setup by Hayes. Sliding the pass over to Kelly, and Kelly gets the goal. Here's the Smith and Watt replay. You've got Hayes carrying the puck over. Defenseman goes down, slides it just past the defenseman's skate, right onto the hands of Kelly, and Kelly redirects the puck into the empty cage with 5:56 remaining in period number 2. That makes it 3-0 River Cats. Coming back in now is Worth, gets the puck towards the goaltender, who will cover it up for another whistle with 5:47 to go. Once again, the winner of this game will find themselves in the gold medal game tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock against the East Hants Penguins. Right now, the River Cats in charge, and we'll see whether or not we have a rematch of the opening game of the tournament when those two teams played. Face off, back to the point to Wolf, fires it towards the net. Doyle gathers the puck, but he's double teamed, and the River Cats come out with it again. Good work through the middle by Gilbert. He loses it at the line, slides it over to Arneson, who throws it in deep. Looking for Snowden at the far side. Snowden makes a nice move along the wall to avoid the check, gets it back to Black. Black slides it over to Allaby. Allaby shot sails high. Snowden again, has some room. Quick shot off of a skate and wide. Once again, good offensive pressure by the River Cats, holding the Metros in their own zone as we have a long shot from the point that fluttered in. It was an easy save for McDonald. He'll get another whistle, allowing both teams to make changes. Face off, put to the wall. It's going to be held in by the River Cats. Up along the far side, but Melançon looking to get it. Metro's going to clear their own zone. Worth with it, makes a nice move through the middle, but well defended right along there by number 17, Chris Paul, breaking that play up at the blue line, forcing the offside. Face off, won by the River Cats. They'll get it back to Pino. Pino goes high off the boards, trying to keep it in as Wolf. Both teams fight for it along the wall. Once again, the River Cats come away with it. DeMerchant being hounded from behind. Has it, looking in front, trying to slide a pass across. DeMerchant hangs on to it. Has his defense, tries to make a pass, has his stick lifted as he's trying to make the pass by Greenan. He'll saucer it back to Dylan Pino. Pino up the line to Holohan. Holohan's pass just a little bit ahead of Melançon. Melanson tries to lift the stick. Once again, 2 men in there for the River Cats at all times, creating so much confusion for the Metros. Pino fires it out of his own end. Metros are going to pick it up and reset at their own blue line. Cross ice pass, just out of reach. Coming back the other way is Pino, who slides a beautiful pass over to DeMerchant. DeMerchant steadies himself for the check he knew was coming from Collins. DeMerchant still has it. Up to the point to Gilbert. Gilbert avoids the check, brings it in. Pass slid over to Holohan. Holohan throws it in front. It's another nice save by McDonald. Breaking out is Stevenson. Chase Stevenson with it. He'll dump it in and try to chase it down. Black has it for the River Cats. He's got some room. Gains the blue line. Cuts to the middle. Drops it off. There's a shot for Reynolds. Save, rebound. Covered up by McDonald. 3:14 to go in the period. The Metros take exception to the aggressive nature of the River Cats trying to go after that rebound. Here's the Loft Spa replay. You're going to see him cut to the middle, drop pass off, quick one-time shot. Good rebound control, though, by McDonald. He's able to cover it up right away, and he didn't like being swiped at either. Goaltenders never do. I say that from experience, because I always hated it. Face off to the right of McDonald. One cleanly back by the River Cats. Dryden at the point. Cross ice pass right on the stick. Shot, save, rebound. Steered aside. Gilbert fires it in deep. Pass in front. Metros are going to find the puck. Chip it up high just to clear the zone. Good weight on that. There's not going to be any icing. And covering it up for safety's sake, Mason Vino with 2:52 to go in the period. Face off to the left of Vino. River Cats get the face off to the corner. They're going to rip it around the boards to McBurney. McBurney up the middle. Nice lead pass out of the zone to Kelly, who dumps it in. Loses his stick, loses his glove, picks them both up. McBurney being checked in the corner, but gets it down low. Pass in front off of a stick. Metros looking to get it. Russ Germain being chased down. Gives the puck up. Floating a pass up through the middle, but it once again is going to be held in by Hayes. Hayes has it. Goes down deep off the boards. Pass in front. Shot, score! Tic-tac-toe, and Aiden McBurney puts the puck into the far side of the net. Off the boards. Quick one-time pass over. Redirected in front for McBurney. Here's the Wilson Group replay. The original shot goes hard off the boards. It's going to get redirected. One-time pass, redirected in front by McBurney. And that pass, I believe, from number 18, Ben Kelly. Great work by the River Cats. Their fourth goal, third goal of the period.
River Cats' fourth goal scored by number 6, Aiden McBurney. Assisted by number
Hard check in the corner. Metros come away with it. Can't get the pass in front. DeMerchant with it. He'll reverse it. Coming right back out with it is Holohan. Holohan's going to dump it in deep, looking for Melanson. Melanson taking off the puck in the corner. He's on his knees, getting up. Puck finally squirts loose, and the Metros are going to get it to the point, but once again not out. Right back into that corner to Holohan. Holohan reverses it to avoid the check. Gets it back to the point to Gilbert. Gilbert comes in, shot through a crowd. That was just wide. Jennings Hughes rips it around the boards, trying to get it out. Holding that board, though, on the far side is number 17, Chris Paul, keeping it in. As the River Cats continue to have all kinds. There's a shot save. I was looking at two different things. We have a delayed penalty. Two players, I was watching the play, but two players were tangled up, and they were tangled up just a little too long. And coming away with the penalty as a result of it is number 77, Cameron Jennings Hughes. I think. Yeah, I saw him go to the box. Now he's going to the penalty box. So with 1:14 to go in the second period, the River Cats already with a 4-goal lead, looking to extend it here in the later stages of period 2. Back to the point, once again held in. Black goes cross ice to Allaby. Allaby tries to walk the line. Good defensive work there along the line by Doyle, breaking that play up. River Cats will gain the blue line again. Kelly. Back to the point to Allaby. Allaby shot through a crowd just wide. Bounces out. Picking that puck up is Tyler Worth. He's got some room. Chips it forward. Chases it down the ice. Good PK. Jack Allaby gives it up to Dryden. That lead pass just out of the reach of Arneson. And that's going to go into the River Cats bench for a whistle with 28.6 seconds to go in the second period. Face off, controlled by the River Cats. Nathaniel Dryden gets it in deep to McBurney. McBurney back to Dryden, who gets it back to the point to Allaby. Allaby cross ice. Black with it. Back to Allaby. Allaby shot for the point. Redirected just by the post. Spinning around. Dryden. Dryden has some room now. Brings it out front himself on his backhand. Passes off. There's a shot. Save. Rebound. Goal! Finding that puck along, it looked for sure that the goaltender was going to get it. Instead, assistant captain Cam Arneson gets the goal, the power play goal for the River Cats. Here's the Wilson group replay. You're going to see a scramble in front. Spinning around, looking to try to get the puck. There's the backhand attempt. Passes it off. The shot, the save, the rebound, and there it was, jamming it home on the power play. Cam Arneson finding that just with seconds to go in the period. A power play goal, the 5th goal of the period. So, as I've said, and what we've seen in this tournament, the floodgates seem to open in period number 2. 4 goals, all by the River Cats. We started with Adam Holleran, followed then by number 18, Ben Kelly, number 6, Aidan McBurney, and a power play goal late in the period by Cam Arneson. 4 goals in the period, 5 goals in the game. After 2 complete, Tri-County River Cats 5, the Sherwood Metros no score. I'm going to take a break while the Zamboni cleans the ice, and I'll let you be entertained by Josh and Nick's replays of period number 2. I'll be back for the start of the 3rd period. Thanks for watching.
Captain Cat's Eatery and Takeout. Barrington Place Jewelers. Causeway Interiors, your complete home decorating store. Zimbalo Fisheries Limited. Ellie and Diana Fisheries Limited. Finest Kind Carpentry. Hutch Carpentry, Jack Lobster, JDB Fisheries, Knowles Enterprises, Little Hobo Fisheries, Logan's Legacy Fisheries, Long Point Lobster and Seafood Limited, Mark's RV and Auto Repair, Mermaid Fisheries, New Gore Lobster, No Frills, Nova Scotia Regional Junior Hockey League, Parents Pride Fisheries, Pleasant Timber Mart, Rhinos Towing, S. McPhee Trucking Limited, Sea Star Seafoods, Service One Automotive, Smith & Watt, The Loft Spa, and the Wilson Group.
Welcome back, hockey fans, to third period coverage of the 2025 Maritime Junior C Championship, streaming provided by AO Live, a production of MC Media. And we're coming to you from the Sandy Wickens Memorial Arena, located in the lobster capital of Canada, Barrington Passage, Nova Scotia. After 2 periods, it's been a great performance on so many levels by the Tri-County River Cats out of the Fredericton Junction, New Brunswick. They're up 5-0 over the Sherwood Metros. The Metros have been outskated and really forechecked to death in this game. So much time has been spent in the O-zone for the River Cats in the defensive end for the Metros, as the River Cats are sending 2 people in all the time, 1 on the puck, 1 to dislodge it and come through. They're holding the line well. Shots on net are only 24-18 in favor of the River Cats, but all of the good chances have been the River Cats. I think the Metros maybe just with 1 or 2 quality scoring opportunities in the first 2 periods. A long road to try to get back for the Metros. River Cats well on their way to establishing to getting their position in the gold medal game tomorrow at 1 o'clock against the East Has Penguins. Referees with one final discussion. We're about to start period number 3. Face off, won by the River Cats. Throwing it down the ice, no icing. Kelly dislodging it down low. Hayes is going to be at the far side. Metros come away with it. Cross ice pass nicely right onto the stick of Yao. Yao dumps it in. He goes and chases it behind that. Whoa, that pass just out of reach. Back to the point, though. There's a shot. Save, rebound. Steered aside nicely by the River Cats. Lead pass just out of the reach of McBurney. He'll chase it down. Steady himself for the oncoming check of Jack Roberts. Gets the puck back to the point. Did not realize they had a player changing. And the River Cats have to reestablish back at their own blue line. That pass gets up to Melanson. Melanson shot. Easy glove save by McDonald. And we've got our first whistle of the third period. 51 seconds in. Face off to the right of goaltender Shannon McDonald. Face off, won by the River Cats. Taken off the puck, but not before they get it back to Allaby. Allaby shot from a sharp angle. Is going to rip around to Black. Black just gets by the forecheck. Getting the puck back down low. Holohan. Black pinches in. Can't keep it in though. Breaking out is Warren. Warren gains the blue line, cuts to the middle. Quick shot, blocker saved by Vino. Ready for that quick shot. Steered along the near side to Black. Black picks it up, avoids the check, goes cross ice. It's going to be tipped in easily by Holohan. And McDonald not going to take any chances, covering that up for another whistle with 18:28 to go in the period. Face off on the far side. Oh, not seeing it, and neither did the linesman about to drop the puck. We're going to have some ice maintenance again. That happened last game. This one right at the blue line. These things happen. Getting a good close-up view of how we do ice maintenance. Create some snow, use your hand to melt some snow, and use the puck to trowel the ice. So while this is happening, it looks like they're just finishing. Going to remind everyone that we have another game following this at 4 o'clock between the host Southwest Storm and the East Hants Penguins out of Nova Scotia. Metros break out. Once again, great forecheck in the neutral zone, this time by Robichaud. Oliver with the pass up. Rivercats get it back. Pass over across the ice to McMullen, but he just can't reach it. It's a hard pass. Sailed over a stick. Metros behind their own net. Breaking out. Tic-tac-toe out, and they're going to get it to the blue line. Skating hard is Jennings Hughes. Drops it off to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick trying to get a shot away. Off of a body and doesn't get to the goaltender. Good work by the Metros to initially keep it in. Backing it up, though, is Hayes. Hayes gains the blue line, comes in, slap shot. Save, rebound, off of the leg of number 77, Cameron Jennings Hughes. Fired right back in by Chris Paul. Goaltender will leave it for Jennings Hughes. He goes hard off the boards. Not going to be an icing as the goaltender plays it. Pino with it. Up on the near side. Dryden redirects it forward, looking for Snowden. Snowden has it. Snowden, no, can't get the pass across. Quick pass in front, off of the skate of the defenseman. Picking it up on the other side is Chris Paul. He fires it across the front of the crease. Pino keeps it in. In the corner, Rivercats pick it up. They're going to draw a penalty back out in front. Quick shot, that one goes wide. Other side of the net, picked up by Dryden. Extra skater on the ice for the Rivercats. Pino back to Dryden. Dryden down low, pass a little in front, but they're still going to pick it up. That's Arneson with it. Arneson drops it off. Snowden with it. Snowden goes cross ice. Dryden back to Pino. Pino sliding the pass over, and finally touching the puck is going to be Captain Cameron Jennings Hughes, and we've got a roughing penalty after that extended delayed penalty coming against the Sherwood Metros. We're going to wait to see who's going into the box, and it's number 10, Shea Stevenson. So another power play opportunity for the Rivercats. We've got the Just K Designs replay that we just saw. Sorry about that. Back to the point. That was boarding penalty. Allaby with it. Allaby walks the line, slides it back over to Dryden. Dryden taking a look, spins away from the check. Back to Allaby. Allaby tries to slide the puck over, regains control. Gets it back down deep to Black. Black loses it though, and the Metros fire it down the ice. They're making changes. Lots of time for the Rivercats to reestablish back in their own end. 1:22 to go in the power play. Dryden with it. Squeezes by a check. Throws the pass back. It's going to be picked off by Warren. Warren skating down the ice, being chased down. Tries to get by the defender. That's going to be played by the goaltender, Vino. Right back up to Arneson. Arneson gains the blue line. Takes a look. Pass in front. Quick shot, save, rebound. Steered aside. Beautiful pad save by Shannon McDonald. Another opportunity for Arneson. Back at the blue line. Slides it over to Allaby. Allaby rips it around the boards looking for Arneson. He's going to leave it instead for Dryden. Dryden back to Arneson. Arneson back to Dryden. Cross ice. Black. Oh, he tries to go across the ice again, but Arneson couldn't quite get that pass. Does get the puck down low to McBurney, though. McBurney's pass picked off and fired down the ice with 22 seconds to go in the power play. Full change, second unit on for the last 15 seconds. Rusk brings the puck out. That pass goes ahead. The Metros get it back to the blue line. Gilbert slides it up to DeMerchant. DeMerchant gains the zone. Tries to back pass it. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Lead pass up through the middle, right on the stick of Roberts. Roberts has a man with him. Quick shot. Save, rebound. No. Covered up nicely by Vino, who had trouble finding it as it bounced around his midsection. Here's our Pinnacle Landscaping replay. As you're going to see him come in, wait, take the shot. The puck bounces in along his pads, but he's able to gather it in and get the whistle for a face-off in his own zone. Back behind the net, Pino can't get it by the defense. Ripped back up, Pino gathers it again. Lead pass up to Gilbert. Gilbert fires it in, but offside is Ben Kelly, and the River Cats will have to tag up. McAdam gains the red line, chips it forward. Was trying to escape by the defense to chase after it, but gets hammered. Gets the puck high in the slot, though, has an opportunity. Shot, save, rebound. Goaltender piled on, and they're certainly going to see something after this, I would think. We're not sure if Vino's hurt or not. He has his mask off. He's certainly... It's going to be interesting to see a replay of this. I'm not sure any penalty was called. I haven't seen anybody's arm up. And here is the replay, the captain's cat replay. And the goaltender right on top of his head, and he's holding his head right away. Guys, can you give that to me again? We got lots of time. I'd like to see the replay, just the beginning of it, whether or not he was pushed or not. We'll call this the Barrington Place Jewelers. Boy, a little bit of a nudge. He certainly didn't avoid the collision, that's for sure. Anyway, still 5-on-5 hockey with 13 and a half minutes to go. Vino's still in the net, able to shake that off. Up along the boards, that's going to be held in by Jennings Hughes. Breaking out with it now is Yao. Yao with a shot, that goes sails high. Pass right across the goal crease, nobody there. Chipping forward, ducking under the check, getting up beautifully to Melanson. Melanson has a player with him, slides it over, there's a shot. Nice save. Great shot by McBurney, who's already scored a goal. But McDonald slides over with the pad and glove to make a great save. Here's the Causeway interior replay. As you're going to see a great pass sliding over to McBurney. McBurney gets it, takes the shot, and reaching out for the save is goaltender Shannon McDonald. Face off. Controlled by the River Cats, but the Metros do come away with it at least to the red line. River Cats dump it down to the blue line, but breaking out once again are the Metros. Back and forth it goes. Alibi in the corner, trying to slide it down low to Snowden. Snowden has it, spins away from trouble. Still getting away, uses the boards to get it back to Alibi. Alibi keeps on the same size, throws it down low, looking for Dryden. Dryden to Black. Black, back pass. There's a shot, that goes off a body. Black with it again. Sorry, that's Dryden. Dryden over to Black. Back to Dryden. Shot through a crowd, save. Dryden picks up the rebound. Slides it to Snowden. Snowden avoids a check. Cross ice pass to Black. Black back to Snowden. One timer. Nice save, rebound. And Snowden can't get his stick on it to raise the puck high. Another good save by McDonald. He's made a whack of them today. Back to the point, held in. Dryden gets it down low. McBurney pass in front. There's a shot, save. And covering it up again nicely is McDonald. As McDonald gets his team a change, as they were stuck in their own end for an extended period of time by the Tri-County River Cats. Here's the Camalo Fisheries replay. Pass in front, there's the one-timer, and you see he didn't quite get all of it. Goaltender able to just slide over, get the paddle down, and cover it up. Back to the point, shot, glove save, rebound, and he gathers it in on the second attempt. I think he thought he had it first. .11:34 to go in period number 3. Clock ticking on the season for the Tri-County, or for the Sherwood Metros. There's a shot, easy save, deflected high into the mesh, and we'll do it all again. Face off into the corner. River Cats have it, trying to feather a pass in front. It's right there. Oh, getting down quickly is McDonald as the puck unexpectedly hits off the side of the net and almost an easy jam into the short side. Face off, one back by the Metros. Ripped around by Steele. Not held in at the line by Paul. Chases it back down. Metros have to hold up, tag up. That gives the River Cats time to get out of their own zone, dump it in deep. Oliver behind the net. Tries to get it back. Quick time, one shot, rebound off the stick. Terrific pad save by Shannon McDonald, robbing the River Cats player. Back behind the net. Metros can't give it. River Cats breaking out of their own end again. McMullen throws it in right on the net, and McDonald's going to cover it up, allowing the rest of his team to. Here's the Ellie Diana Fisheries replay. You're going to see a quick pass probably. Right out front. Player all by himself. Bang, bang, kick save. And then the rebound, swing and a miss. Face off on the near side. Won by the Metros. Jennings Hughes with it, gets it across the ice. Over to Cody. Cody reverses it back behind the net again. Slides a pass through the middle. That's picked off by Arneson, who fires it back in. Once again, covering it up is McDonald. 10:20 to go in the period. This time, the face-off to the left of McDonald. Shots increasing, now 35-23 in favor of the River Cats. River Cats dig the puck out. Making a move to spin away from trouble is Hayes. Spins the other way. He's double teamed, but hanging in there. Gets some help from Kelly. Kelly gets it out. Sliding it over to Rusk. Rusk with a shot. That sails wide. Metros gain the red line and try to dump it down deep, right off of the shin pad of Gilbert. Black behind his own net. Stretch pass up the middle, right onto the stick of Hayes, in all by himself. There's a shot. Goal! Brody Hayes with a terrific pass from behind the net from Black. And he goes in all by himself for a goal. Here's the finest kind carpentry replay. You see the big stretch pass, getting behind everybody, going in all by himself. Picking the just in off the post, a great shot by number 27, Brody Hayes, his first goal of the tournament. And I believe the Metros are calling a timeout. Just to regroup. No, it's the River Cats calling a timeout to talk about their 6-goal lead, potentially to warn their players about staying out of trouble in the last 10 minutes of the game, because they know now they have one more game to play. It's a gold medal game. They want to make sure all of their roster is available for that gold medal game. They don't want to be short any key players or any players at all. Face off, back to Robichaud. Off the glass. Melanson gets it forward to DeMerchant. DeMerchant with a shot. Easy save by McDonald. In a great position. Face off on the near side. Picking that up is Lyle Collins. Stops behind his own net. He does the stretch pass. It jumps over top of the stick of Yao And we have an icing. Face off once again on the near side. Metros win it again. That's Collins again. Slides it over. Up through the middle. Off of a stick. Good work in there, though. Getting the puck forward is Kennedy. Tries to get the shot on net. Steering it aside is Vino.
Correction, the last goal. Scored by number 6, Aiden
Metros.
and assisted by number 26, Austin Light.
Nice pass going up on the far side to DeMerchant. DeMerchant comes in. Takes a quick shot. Another save by McDonald. Face off to the left of McDonald. 8:43 to go in the game. River Cats win it. Try to get it back to the point. Big hit from behind by Doyle. Metros come away 2-on-2. Warren with it. Puck taken away from him. Picking it up at neutral zone is Reynolds. Reynolds back pass to McMullen. McMullen shot. That sails high. Pino fires it in deep. Picking the puck up back in his own end is McAdam. McAdam being pressured by the River Cats number 12, Logan Reynolds. Back to the point, trying to make a slick move, but he has his pocket picked by Warren, who'll just dump it towards the goaltender, who steers it into the corner. Metros pick it up. Good forechecking along the side by Reynolds, though. Reynolds gains the red line. Coming in 1-on-2, waits, gets some help. Spins around to the blue line. Loses the puck there. Ruskell fired in deep. Reynolds will make his way back to his bench for a change. 7.5 minutes to go in the game now. Puck kicked forward, picked up by Kelly. Kelly, cross ice to Rusk. Rusk uses the boards to get it to Holohan. Holohan misses it though, and McAdam comes back for the Metros. McAdam spins around, loses an edge. Metros have it. Pass in front, big check, and it looks like Robichaud is hurt. I'm not sure if he tweaked a knee or if he got hurt, but boy, he's going to get himself to the bench, I think. That icing will not allow the River Cats to make a change. 6:56 to go in the game. Face off to the right of Vino. River Cats win it back. That pass goes off a skate right in front of the net, but picking it up along the boards is Kelly. Cross ice pass. Nicely looking for a player. There's a shot up into the mesh. Nobody sees it though. Quick shot from the point, another save, rebound, and another save. Bang, bang, McBurney in front, but McBurney couldn't get it by McDonald. Face off, one to the side. Back down deep. Getting in there is Jennings Hughes trying to fight for the puck for the Metros. Jennings Hughes and McMullen with it. River Cats come away with it. Pass in front, off of a skate. Reynolds gets it back down low. Now as Jennings Hughes gets it up to the point, or up to along the board to Rush Germain. He spins. That's knocked down at the blue line. Good stick there by DeMerchant. He'll get the return pass at the blue line. Comes in. Spins away from the forecheck. It's got some players with him. Gets it back to Gilbert. Gilbert over in the far corner. It's going to bounce off of there, and Kennedy's going to pick it up. Kennedy's got McPhail with him. Gives it to him. McPhail slides it through, and covering it up is Mason Vino for a whistle with 5:46 to go. Face off on the near side. One into the corner by the River Cats. Rusk fires it around to Melanson. Melanson chips it forward to Kelly. Kelly comes in on the far side. There's a shot. Save by McDonald. Kelly passes in front, and that one just squeaks by the post on the near side. Long pass goes off of the back of Jack Roberts. River Cats pick it up. They're in no hurry. Probably in more of a hurry than that, though. Bit of a fan pass by number 5, Nick Robichaud. Rusk has his pass knocked down by Yao. Yao in the middle. There's a shot. Sails over the net. Rusk's going to pick up the puck as it comes on the near side. Bouncing puck. He has trouble controlling it. It's going to be held in by Jennings Hughes. Rusk with it again. Back to the point. Just out. Cross ice pass picked off nicely. River Cats still get it though. McDonald will play the puck on the near side to Worth. Worth breaks out. He crosses the blue line, cuts to the middle. Quick shot off of the skate of Chris Paul. River Cats get in each other's way a little bit. Cross ice pass over to McMullen. McMullen chips it out. Balin Wolf back in his own end. He'll go back to McAdam. McAdam back to Wolf. He's taken out by 2 players. Jumps back out, gets some help. McAdam will go back into his own end. McAdam back over to Doyle. Doyle slides the pass over to Worth. Big check from behind, no arms up. Then there's one after the fact, another push. One person wants to fight, the other person doesn't want to fight. Unfortunately, exactly what you think might happen at the end of some of these games is likely the last game for number 17, Cameron Doyle. He's going to go into the box most definitely. I'm wondering whether or not McBurney's going to get anything. He jumped in the box. He certainly wasn't throwing any punches. He was just getting punched in his face mask. McBurney wants to be back for the next game. He does not want a fighting major in the last 10 minutes. Referees deciding what's going to happen. The door's open. That means that Doyle's going to find the bench, find the dressing room, I mean. Not without a few parting words to the Tri-County River Cats bench, but they are indeed parting words. That's the end of his game. The initial penalty, I believe, was being called on Doyle. It just continued after that. Referee going back to the head coach or the coaching staff of the Metros to let them know what's being called. They're going to have to at least put somebody in there. I'm not sure for how long, to be honest with you. Doing penalty box duty is number 14, Easton Fitzpatrick. I think they've got the penalty on the wrong side. No, they do. Sorry, my bad. Penalty on the right side. So it is 17, Doyle, going in for just 2 minutes. Obviously getting something after that. I'll keep my earpiece out. We'll see what it is. The initial 2-minute penalty, but then McBurney's in there too. I'm still not sure what McBurney's getting called for. However you look at this is extending the length of the game. Power play opportunity for the River Cats. We'll see if they just try to play keep away for 2 minutes. Puck along the near side. Picked off by Reynolds. Waiting for the call. 2 2 minutes for roughing, 2 minutes for a hit to the head, and a game misconduct. And 2 minutes for roughing for McBurney. McBurney got 2 minutes for getting hit. Another slashing penalty. That's going to be a two-man advantage. And here's the replay, the finest kind Carpenter replay. That was when Hayes knew the check was coming and literally didn't move. And they're going to keep throwing him out if they keep doing that. Kyle McPhail being shown the dressing room as well. And that likely is going to mean somebody else is going to have to come in and sit in the penalty box as we extend the game. Referee goes over to talk to the coaching staff to say somebody's going to have to go in and serve this penalty. It's going to be a slashing penalty, I believe. And that person is going to be number 72, Keegan Rush Germain. So 3:12 to go in the game. We've got 1 minute and 17 seconds of a two-man advantage for the River Cats. Nick Robichaud with it. Robichaud snakes out through the neutral zone, loses control of the puck, fired right down the ice, right onto the referee, who has a smile and thinking that one stung a little bit. Holohan with it. Holohan. That's going to be thrown in by Melançon into the corner. Slid along the far side to Robichaud. Robichaud backs up to the point. Robichaud down on the near side to Paul. Paul back to Robichaud. Robichaud back to Paul. Cross ice pass. Holohan. Back to Robichaud. Quick shot. Nice blocker save, McDonald. Going after that high blocker side was Paul. Second puck gets back into McDonald. He makes the save for a whistle. 2:13 to go in the game. Still 21 seconds in the double minor.
307-7440. Please come to the front lobby to claim your 50/50 prize.
Face off, one back by the Metros. Trying to get it out. Bit of a fan on the first attempt. Back to the point. Paul with it, cross ice. He'll get the return pass. He breaks in, taking a look, takes a shot, rebound, and the ref whistle blows, and we're going to see after what's happened whether or not cooler heads prevail. Picking himself back out of the pile. And we've got a replay here, the Hutch Carpenter replay. Here's the initial shot save. Rebound, trying to bang it in is McMullen, getting some help from Reynolds, but McDonald stands tall. 40 seconds to go in the now one minor penalty. Slides it over to Paul. Paul on the near side to DeMerchant. His shot, that sails wide. Chris Paul getting down first, is going to get to the puck first, being chased down. Bit of stick lifting there by Fitzpatrick, but he couldn't dislodge the puck. Metros fire it right back down. Goaltender plays it off to the side. 13 seconds to go in the power play. Up on the near side to DeMerchant. DeMerchant stops, fires it around, looking for Reynolds. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey as Reynolds flips it back towards the goaltender. Picking it up and firing it down the ice is Rush Germain, looking for a lead pass to Jennings Hughes. Jennings Hughes trying to forecheck in the corner against Robichaud. He's able to avoid both Metro players. Robichaud on the near side to DeMerchant. DeMerchant cross ice to McMullen. McMullen with it. Stops. Gets the puck over nicely to Reynolds. That shot off of a... I'm not sure if it went off of McDonald or off of a stick. Certainly heard something. but it ended up into the mesh with 41.5 seconds left in the game. Pair of 12s having a discussion on the way to the bench, and that was Jenny Hughes and Reynolds. Face off, right back to the goaltender, steers it into the corner. Metros get it to the point, fired right back in, but they've got some room. Pass just off of the stick of Yao. He'll skate it down into the River Cat zone. Skates through a check, reverses it below, goes off of a skate. Pinching in from the point is Collins. He can't get it. Breaking back the other way is Holohan. Holohan gains the blue line. Goes to his backhand, tries to go upstairs. A nice save again by McDonald. Rebound, another save. Third shot, third save, McDonald. 8 seconds to go. Back behind their own net, looking to just stay there. It looks like the River Cats are going to back into the neutral zone. And a lot of people are going to be congratulating Shannon McDonald to net. He might have let in 6 goals, but he made a number of spectacular saves in a losing effort as the Tri-County River Cats get their way into the gold medal game tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock against the East Hants Penguins by defeating the Sherwood Metros 6-0. Only 1 goal here in period number 3. That goal by number 27, Brody Hayes. So once again, make the final 6-0 for the Tri-County River Cats over the Sherwood Metros. Coming up next in the 2025 Maritime Junior C Championship at 4 o'clock, we've got the host Southwest Storm versus the East Hants Penguins, a game that means nothing except for pride. The Penguins are going to make it to the finals. And we've got our player of the game announcements that are going to be announced shortly with public address announcer Reed Lloyd. For the Tri-County River Cats, it's number 3 with the shutout, Mason Vino.
Player of the game for the Sherwood Metros, number 17.
And for the Metros, it's number 17, Cameron Doyle. And Will Yao will pick that up for Doyle, as Doyle is in the dressing room right now on a previous infraction. All right, we'd like to thank everyone for joining AO live streaming coverage of the 2025 Maritime Junior C Maritime Championships. On behalf of myself, David Doucette, and the complete MC Media crew, we'd like to thank you for joining us, and we'll sign off for now. And we'll be back for the next game at 4 o'clock between the Southwest Storm and the East Hants Penguins. Bye for now.